Hi and welcome to Quirky Books with Katie. Today I'm going to be doing a huge book outlet unboxing for you guys. Now, Book Outlet around the time of Christmas and Boxing Day had a giant sale. There were so many amazing books, great prices, and I have actually never ordered anything from Book Outlet before, so I decided that I was going to make a really big purchase, and today I'm going to be unboxing those books for you guys and showing you the books that I decided to purchase from the site. So here is my giant box from Book Outlet, and now I'm going to unbox it for you guys. Okay, so now here is the box of books, and I'm going to kind of fiddle around in here, see what I can find. Off of paper. Okay, so the first thing that's actually in here is a bear, and I think part of the sale was that if you spent a certain amount of money, Book Outlet would send you a bear. I don't really remember ordering this, but it's really cute. This is going to be a cute thing to put on my bookshelf, you know. Now, the first book that I got is The Lucy Variations by Sara Zarr. Sara Zarr is a contemporary author that I have been hearing a lot about for a couple years, and I've been wanting to read something of hers. I don't know if this is her most famous book, but I know that it has a bunch of decent readings on Goodreads. And this book is about a piano prodigy who is no longer playing piano. And the reason why I picked this book up is because it reminded me a lot of Sea of Tranquility by Katja Millay, and I love that book, so I thought that this might be another good contemporary like that one. The next book that I got is How My Summer Went Up in Flames by Jennifer Salvato Doktorsky. I've actually already read this book maybe 2 years ago, and this is probably one of my favorite contemporaries. It's something that wasn't really talked about when it came out or now. This book is about a girl who sets fire to her ex-boyfriend's car when she finds out that he cheated on her, and she gets in trouble for this and kind of has to make a trip with a bunch of her friends to kind of make amends for what she did. This is a really great contemporary with a feisty main character, and I'm really excited to reread this book sometime soon. The next book that I decided to pick up is Falling for You by Lisa Schroeder, and in case you guys did not know, I am obsessed with Lisa Schroeder. Her books are amazing. Most of them are in verse. My favorite one is actually called The Day Before. It's one of my favorite books of all time, and it's kind of been my goal to read all of her books, and this one is not in verse, but it's supposed to be really good. I think it's about a girl in an abusive relationship, and I'm really interested to see how Lisa Schroeder handles that dark topic. The next book that I got is The 100 by Kass Morgan, and this book, if you couldn't tell from the cover, is actually being adapted into a TV show right now. The show is on its 3rd season. And the reason I picked this book up is because I am absolutely obsessed with the TV show. Like, it's one of my favorite TV shows, maybe of all time. It's so good. And I know that supposedly the books aren't as good as the TV shows, but my 2 favorite characters, Clark and Bellamy, apparently have a very strong relationship in this book, and that's something that I would like to see more of in the show. So I'm really excited to see if I like this book as much as I like the show. If you guys want to say maybe a comparison video about how the TV show is different from the book, or a review, then let me know in the comments down below. The next book that I got is yet another contemporary. It's called Right of Way by Lauren Barnholt. I believe that she wrote another book that I read called Two-Way Street, and I thought that one was okay. And this book is about a couple who breaks up and then has to go on a road trip, and that was kind of the premise of the other book that I read by her too, and I feel like it's just a very interesting plot that's going to make for some awkward and interesting situations. The next book that I got is The Ruby Circle by Richelle Mead. This is the 6th and final book in Richelle Mead's Bloodline series, which is a companion series to her Vampire Academy series. I really enjoyed both of the series. Both of these series are about vampires, and I feel like it's done really well, and I'm really interested to see how this series concludes. Next is North of Beautiful by Justina Chen. This book is actually one of the books that's probably been on my to-reads list on Goodreads for the longest amount of time. I think I've been wanting to read this for 3 or 3.5 years. I'm happy I finally picked it up, and it's about a girl who gets scarring on her face and she doesn't feel beautiful anymore. And I just feel like this is going to be a very emotional and heartfelt contemporary. Next we have Broken Hearts, Fences, and Other Things to Mend by Katie Finn, and this book is actually by Morgan Matson. She's kind of writing under a surname or an alias, and I really love Morgan Matson's contemporaries. I'm a really big fan of Since You've Been Gone and Second Chance Summer, and I think this one is more of a mystery contemporary, and there was kind of a little bit of buzz going around this book when it came out. I haven't really heard anything about it since then, so hopefully this one will be good. Next, we have The Forest of Hands and Teeth by Carrie Ryan, and this is an older book, I believe, and there was a lot of hype going around this book about maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and all I know is I don't really know that much about it. All I know is I think it's about a forest, clearly, and it has a lot of really good reviews, and I'm interested to see what this one's about. I feel like I'm going to go into it not really knowing a lot about it, and that should be really, really interesting. Next is The Geography of You and Me by Jennifer E. Smith, and Jennifer E. Smith is known for writing really cute and fun contemporaries. I've read, I think, 2 of her other books. I've read The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight, which is a handful to say, and This Is What Happy Looks Like, and I really liked both of those. And this one I think is about a couple that meets in New York City and spends a night together, I think. I don't know. It sounds really cute, very rom-com-y, definitely up my alley. Now, the last book that I got is Trial by Fire by Josephine Angelini. Josephine Angelini actually wrote one of my favorite series of all time called the Star-Crossed series, and that series is actually right here on my shelves. And this series is a historical fiction / contemporary, and it's about a girl who kind of gets transported back to the Salem witch trials. I love historical fiction and I love anything Salem, and this book just sounded really interesting, and there are a ton of great reviews about this book. So that was my book outlet haul. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have read any of these books or if you want to see reviews on any of them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you again soon.